Police officers sometimes have to arrest their own partners.
I got the change money back.
You're a certified peace officer, correct?
Yes.
Like this female officer who stole from a Walmart 7 times.
Here's the deal, you did a crime today.
I know it doesn't look good. Trying to take anything honest.
I'm gonna be honest with you, you look like a shoplifter on the video.
And this deputy who was caught with very disturbing and illegal videos.
Is the how did we get here, Trevor? How did you get to this place in your life?
What do you want me to say?
I want you to be honest.
They would both suffer the consequences of their actions and even lose their jobs.
No,
We're done.
my intention
We're done
was
playing
not-
games.
Honor that badge that you wear every damn day and have some integrity and own up to what you've been doing.
Will starred when police were called to a Walmart regarding a shoplifter, who they discovered on arrival to be a police officer.
Get all that in here.
Oh, okay.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, so that's the shoplifting officer.
Got a patrol car here.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna have you sit back here, and then I'm gonna read your rights and everything. Okay. That's what she had to stop. She had got a backpack tote.
Yeah.
She's stuffing it, zipping up each time in there, so it wasn't like putting in a cart. So don't
No.
do that shit.
Yeah, no, why is she, yeah, that's, you don't have
I'm gonna
to.
read her Miranda.
Because that's what she was trying to tell me is like, oh, the only reason I stepped out was to have someone watch my cart so I can go. So we just want to make sure.
What was she doing with the backpack when she tried to step out?
She said she couldn't find her keys, so she tried to go out to her car to make sure she didn't leave her keys here. So she said that she was gonna.
Did we find the keys?
That's another thing too. We'll search the bag and see if she has her keys or not. But.
She was caught putting items into a bag that she carried past all points of sale without paying for. But her defense was that she wanted to find her car keys and then return to pay for the item. Well, that understandably didn't make much sense to the staff, so they called police.
I just want to see the video because she's telling us something, and I want to make sure that what she's trying to tell us doesn't match
I was
up.
watching her on the video.
Yeah.
She comes
when she was in the
through
front end, yeah.
That check, those self-checks that are closed, and then she cuts through, up through the self-check, turns around, gets in line to self-check 5.
Okay.
She's at self-check 5, she scans the tote, just the tote. Doesn't open anything, scans the tote, just the tote, gets her receipt, heads out, goes right past the door host on 1, and she's passed everything, she's passed the scanner.
Yeah.
And that's when we stop her and
Okay.
say, hey, what did you do?
So, because she's claiming that she was trying to find someone to watch her cart because she didn't know where, but that doesn't explain why she would then try to push out the merchandise.
So here's what happened.
So-
So we usually have a lady at the door. She went to a point of sale. I don't know if she was buying something or if she was trying to help a customer who had missed something.
Okay.
She passes right next to her. To be fair, she's on her phone.
Okay.
But she passes right next to her, and she passes the EAS pedestals. I'm saying this right now. I didn't even know that she was a cop. I thought she was like a regular person. I didn't even see because her hair was over the badge. So when she goes out past those final point of sales, I'm like, okay, here we go.
So her story of trying to find someone to watch her cart doesn't track at all.
I don't.
Because she scanned the tote.
She had several opportunities.
And she paid for the tote?
She scanned the tote bag where she put the items, but didn't pay for the items in the bag. Then she pushed the cart out of the store, even though there were many staff members who could have held it for her. So it would be really hard to believe that she wasn't just planning on leaving with the unpaid items.
So she picks out a bunch of stuff. She keeps putting one item in the tote, closes the lid.
Yep.
One item in the tote, closes the lid. She went to a door host, went to customer service. At no point did she leave the cart or attempt to leave the merchandise.
Yep.
She has the tote staged in the cart. She goes up to the self-checkout, scans the tote, pays for the
tote. Yes.
just one tote. Takes the receipt, grabs an empty Walmart bag, and then proceeds right past everything to come out the doors. And that's when they stop her. No, so when she was going out, so the tote was like this, with all the stuff inside of it.
That don't make sense because
So all that stuff was inside of the tote. The only thing she scanned was the tote.
Yeah. Then she claims she only came here to buy candy for the PD for the trunk or treat. None of this is candy.
Yeah, trunk or treat, the 10th, 13th, 27th, 19th, they give
She's
her
just
$500.
she's just trying to play on her emotions with the trunk or treat thing.
So that sounds kind of
She made no effort to open the tote to scan any of the
But
items
she made an effort
inside.
to put it all in there and close it.
They saw her putting one item in and then closing the lid. Open it.
So would you like her trespass on top of this too, or first one through? Okay.
So the store doesn't want her trespassed, they just want her charged for the incident and the items returned. Most shoplifters get charged and trespassed when caught. So I assume the store doesn't want her trespassed because she's an officer.
My thought, we go back to re-interview her.
Yep.
Just straight up lay it out and say, listen, the difference between you getting booked into jail today and getting cited for shoplifting is you telling the truth.
Yeah.
Because I think if she wants to continue to lie about it, we also charge her false reporting, dude. Like, because I mean, what's the reason? Why lie at this point?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I told them when I came up here. That's my issue is
Yeah.
they're doing this makes all this look bad. So
Right.
It's kind of BS.
So I was just telling Butler, and my thought process is we go back, just re-interview her after seeing the video and hearing what they've told me, and just tell her, listen, you need to tell me the truth. If she's willing to tell us the truth, we consider the cite and release option. If she wants to stick to her lies, I think we take her down and book her.
In certain cases, officers can choose whether to cite a shoplifter or release them, or take them to the police department for booking. And that's what the officers are deliberating on here. But either way, the female officer could very well lose her job if she's eventually found guilty, even though it's for a minor shoplifting incident.
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Ward.
Ward?
Yes.
Okay,
Melissa.
sure. So here's the situation, right? Obviously you know why we're over here.
Yes, I do.
Yep.
Yes.
What kind of animals do you have at home?
I have dogs.
Dogs? How many?
8.
That's quite
That's a
few.
lot of dogs.
What kind?
Belgian Malinois and Yorkies.
Okay, very good. So why were the items inside of the tote?
Like I said, I have 2 separate totes. I was going to do one for the candy and then one for my personal stuff. I was on my way home.
So why were the items inside of the tote, though?
Just to make room. I wasn't, like I said, you can fit 2 totes side by side in the cart.
But there weren't 2 totes in the cart.
No, I guess I thought I had grabbed 2, but I grabbed 2 lids.
Okay. And so you put the items in the tote?
Yes, I did.
The animal items,
Just
things
make-
like that,
just
and those
to
are
make
your
room.
personal items?
Yes, those are mine.
Okay. All right, so you put those in the tote to make room.
Yes.
And when were you going to get the candy then?
I was going to get them probably around the same time. I was going around to make... Candy usually melts. I didn't want to put it in my car right away. So I was just going to get it on my way out. Or come back in.
Okay.
I guess it makes sense.
Which one do you think makes sense?
Well, like I said, I would normally put the totes side by side so
Yep.
they fit in there. So I can lift the tote in there. Because one of them is usually the heaviest. It's the candy.
So you went to self-checkout, right?
Yes.
And what did you purchase at the self-checkout?
I just got the tote. I was
Why not the items inside of the tote?
completely...
You
I'm not
put the
saying I
items
forgot it.
inside of the
I did.
tote.
I know, but
Then you tried to leave the store,
yes.
and you got confronted by asset protection.
Yeah, I was trying to go to talk to that lady to see if she could hold my cart. I was looking for my keys. Honest, looking for my keys.
I understand that.
If you're shopping in a Walmart, you can just leave your cart anywhere in the store and go outside and look for your keys. We all understand that, right? No one's going to take the items from a random Walmart cart.
I understand that. I believe that you're looking for your keys, right?
Yes.
But here's the deal. You did a crime today.
I know it doesn't look good.
No, it's illegal. It's not that it doesn't look good. It's shoplifting.
That was not my intention.
I'm not
I
asking
just
you
got
what
a
your
phone
intention
call.
was.
I know.
Okay?
I know. I got a
I'm not
phone
saying
call.
when you got here you
Okay.
planned to steal stuff.
No.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying something happened, and along the way, all we paid for was a tote, and then we tried to leave the store, and you're saying to find a lady, but you went to customer service, you went to one of the greeters prior to going and purchasing the
I
tote.
asked them
At
about
any
keys.
point, you could have left your property, right? Now, you're a certified peace officer, correct?
Yes.
If I lost my keys, what are the keys for?
My car, my unit.
Yeah, so if I lost my keys from my unit, I would leave my merchandise and go find it because it's kind of important. Especially
Yep.
you said your weapon's in there, correct?
Yes.
So why go through self-checkout, purchase the tote, and then try to leave the store? We just need to be on the
know,
level. That's it.
No,
We're done.
my intention
We're done
was
playing
not-
games.
It's not to take. I wasn't trying to take anything, honest. Okay, my intention was not to steal anything.
That's
Okay.
hard to
That's
prove.
not
At what
what's
point?
happening at all.
At what point?
No, none of it. No, none of it at all. Like
So,
I said,
so you put all these items in the tote, one by one.
Yes, I
Asset
did.
Protection watched you do that. They
Okay.
watched you close the lid on the tote after every time you put something in there. They've been watching you. I watched the surveillance video. You look like a thief. I'm gonna be honest with you. You look
I?
like a shoplifter on the video. I've watched a lot of shoplifters on video. You look like a shoplifter.
Okay, that's not good then.
It's not. It's not, and it makes it hard for me to believe that you
I know.
didn't remember
Okay.
things were in the tote when you went to leave the store. Especially when you grab the bag, because you know what that looks like, right? What does that look like?
Yeah, like
You grab one bag with a bunch of stuff in the tote you didn't buy. What does it look like?
Yeah, it looks like I was trying to take something.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to try to make your purchase appear legitimate with a bag, right? You're going to put some stuff in there, and I don't know at what point your plan was to do that. I don't know.
No, and that wasn't it. So
Yeah, but
I always get a bag and I use it for my Belgian Malinois to pick up poop. He's got the biggest poop.
yeah, right. So you still don't know where your keys are, though?
No,
Okay.
I'm telling you, that's
Okay. All right, sit tight.
Apparently, she had shoplifted from that same Walmart 6 times before, but she was only confronted in this incident where she reportedly stole items worth around $1,200, which is a felony amount in Arizona. She has some serious explaining to do in court and could even face jail time. But this police officer was arrested for having extremely disturbing videos on his phone.
How did we get here, Trevor? How did you get to this place in your life?
What do you want me to say?
I want you to be honest.
And he was fiercely questioned and eventually lost his job.
Honor that badge that you wear every damn day and have some integrity and own up to what you've been doing.
It started when police were dispatched to pull over and arrest a jail deputy.
Oh, hey, bud. Sorry.
Hi.
Hey, come check out this tag back here. You got this, something's wrong with the tag. I didn't know you were deputy. So,
Nothing's wrong with his tag.
for this. I go ahead and put change money back.
When police try to detain a suspect for a very sensitive crime, they'll avoid making the person aware of the arrest, and that's exactly what happened here. The tag was just a quick way to get him out of the car.
Yours has one, right? Yours has one? Yeah, yeah. Okay. This side. This side? Yep. All right. Sit tight. It's gonna be a tight fit.
I know, I'm sure that you have a bunch of questions. Your name came up in a case of mine that I think you'll be able to help me out with. And I want to hear everything you have to say. I want to clear some things up. I'm sure you want to hear everything I have to say. Clearly you were brought here, handcuffed and everything like that, right? So you are not free to leave, so I do got to go over your Miranda warning with you.
Usually when someone is arrested and taken to an interrogation room as the suspect, it means there's reasonable suspicion that they've committed a crime. So the deputy knows that he's in trouble and has to watch what he says.
Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you?
Yes.
And then having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
I wish that none of this was going on right now, but yes, sure, I'll talk.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely understand that. Okay. What kind of phone you got?
It's an iPhone.
iPhone?
Standard.
The newest one? What are
No,
they up to
yeah.
now? Like a 15 or something?
Oh, that, I think a 6 or 7.
Oh, so you got like an antique.
Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned Facebook Messenger. What other social media apps do you use?
Messenger, my Facebook. I'm trying to think what's on it. I mean, those are what I use.
Okay.
Detectives almost never ask questions without a purpose. Sometimes they'll ask questions which seem random, but there's always a reason behind it, and an answer that they're looking for. To be honest, they usually know the answer before they ask you the question if you're in that room.
I use the normal texting.
Instagram?
No.
Snapchat?
No.
Oh.
I've had Instagram and Snapchat, but I don't have it now. I haven't used it in years.
How come?
My priorities changed.
Okay, fair enough. What else is out there? We talked about Facebook, Facebook Messenger. You mentioned Google. Talked about Snapchat. How about Kik?
Kik?
Really?
Yeah, really. What is Kik?
He knows what Kik is.
I've heard of like WhatsApp, but Kik?
WhatsApp is another one, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Trevor, here's the thing. A lot of the questions I'm asking you, I already have the answers to. So here I am sitting in front of you, affording you an opportunity to clear some things up and to explain things. Everything's explainable, right? So right now I just have one side of something, and I'd really like to get your side, and it involves your Kik account.
Okay.
No surprise there. That's how detectives know they're onto something. He tried to deny knowing what Kik is, but appears he does have a Kik account, and the criminal activity is related to that account. So now the detectives know that there's something about the Kik account that he's trying to hide.
So let's stay away from the what the hell is Kik, because you know what Kik is.
Okay.
Okay, so how long have you been on Kik?
I had an account years ago, so I'm assuming
There you go.
it's the same one we're talking about now.
What was the username for that one?
I honestly, I couldn't tell you the username. It'd probably be my email. What?
Trevor, again, let's stay away from the playing dumb here.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
Little piece of advice, the fake acting, it ain't gonna work.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, I do have that one.
Okay.
That one's old.
That one's old.
Yeah.
And then what about... so there's two Tom Wilsons. There's THOM and then Is that one old too?
I don't know. I mean, to be quite straight with you,
I would love that.
I don't remember which one I used.
You used both on two different Kik accounts.
Okay.
So let's stay away from the playing dumb.
The detectives just expose each of his lies as they come. It proves that, like I said earlier, they have much more information on the case than he thinks they do. They know these answers.
Like I said, everything's explainable. And I don't want to just see this one side of it. I want to talk to you. I want to get a better understanding. And I want to see if you can help me find some other aspects of this investigation.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Explain.
I will. I will. But I need you to meet me halfway. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm not going to shoot it out there and stick it to the wall. But I would expect the same from you. Okay. So you've had two different Kik accounts within the last 2 months.
Okay.
What's okay?
I'm following you.
Okay. Tell me about your first Kik account.
So which one?
Jeff Longstaff.
What do you want me to tell you about?
What were you doing on there?
It's a fucking chat app.
So, what are you chatting about?
I don't know. I mean, probably kinky shit.
What's kinky shit?
Like,
Okay. What kind of are you into?
like sometimes transgender stuff, sometimes straight stuff. It just depends.
Okay.
What do you search for?
Usually transgender or straight.
So those are the search terms that you're using.
Well, I mean, whatever term works. What do you want to know?
Well, I would like to know about many of the links that you were sending.
I've been told to share different things, but
Okay. So, like, what kind of things would you share?
you just send them from different chat groups.
So you would, like, forward things from different chat groups? Yeah. Okay. How long have you had Dropbox?
I haven't had it for long. I downloaded it because someone told me to look at something, and it turned out to be not into that.
Okay. Tell us about that. Well, tell us about you receiving it.
They sent it to me.
Okay.
You're on a kinky conversation, and somebody's like, "Hey, check this out."
Okay. So they had told you to download Dropbox?
Yes.
Okay. What did they send you?
It was just it was a link to Dropbox.
Okay. But then, like, what was in there?
What was in the Dropbox?
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah, but like, what does that mean?
Individuals perform.
Okay. Like when you say individuals, what age?
I don't know.
How many files were there?
I mean, a lot.
So he's basically admitted to receiving and viewing CP. Hopefully you know what CP is, because I can't say that due to YouTube guidelines, but it involves children in videos. It's a crime to have, share, or produce it.
When you say a lot, what does that mean?
Hundreds.
Hundreds. So from that one Dropbox link, there were hundreds?
I guess. I don't know.
Okay. So Trevor, as part of this investigation, we had obtained and executed search warrants for your Kik accounts.
Okay.
Okay. So with that, we do get your messages.
Okay.
So keeping in mind that we have all of your messages and we can see what it is that you are chatting to people about and what it is that you are discussing, do you want to reframe the responses that you've just given?
What are you looking for here? What can I do to help you out?
To help me out, first would be honest answers. I can understand self-preservation and I can understand trying to minimize and throwing things away and hiding things under the rug. However, what I need from you is to put that aside and to be honest with me, because like I said, a lot of the information, a lot of answers, we have it, but this is what we have, right? And we have the files. What I don't have is the how did we get here, Trevor? How did you get to this place in your life to be participating in here? How long has this been going on?
It hasn't. Like, it hasn't been going on long at all. Be honest with you, straight up, this pisses me off, and I don't know how to track the.
Trevor, you're seeking it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to figure this out. I don't understand it.
What?
Trying to figure what out, Trevor.
Why these people are doing this? I don't understand it.
You're in here and you're talking about going to
Come on,
Thailand.
Trevor.
You're in here
Come on.
talking about plus. And Trevor, here's the thing. You're in here sending it to people. You're transmitting it. You're not just receiving it. You're receiving it and you're transmitting it.
Wow.
You're sending it out. You're doing this at work. You're doing this at home. You're doing this on your phone.
The detectives have chats of him receiving and sharing the CP links to other groups. And now he's saying that he was sharing them to try to understand why other people in the chat were doing the same thing. Yeah, Trevor's in big trouble.
You've got Dropbox, you've got Mega. So where else do you get these files from?
This is it. Like, this is. I'm trying to understand because I don't. What do you want me to say?
I want you to be honest.
I am
know
being
it's not
honest with
easy
you.
to talk about.
I'm being honest with you at this point, and you're not wanting to believe it.
Trevor, you're not being honest. You're not.
Well, what do you want me
Sending
to
it out and stuff is not making it better.
No, it's
right?
not, which is why I stopped. Because I sit there and I'm like, what can I do? Because like my brain, what I was thinking is how do I compile this? How do I figure out a way of doing something about this?
You can't say you're trying to investigate people who do something illegal by giving them free access to the illegal thing. That doesn't compute. Plus, jail deputies or even police officers, they can't single-handedly conduct covert investigations like that without proper authorization.
So yeah, it's it really is. But it was me trying to work something out, and I worked out that I can't do nothing, which is the reason why there's no other accounts. Is the reason why I haven't gotten on. It's the reason why it's not on my phone.
Trevor, I think that we're gonna find more on your phone.
You're welcome to look.
We will.
I know.
But the accounts that you had were deactivated. Why do you think they were deactivated?
Because thank God AIK does something about it.
So he didn't voluntarily stop sharing things in the group. but his account was actually deactivated by Kik, so he didn't really have any choice. The detectives just keep exposing his lies, and he somehow doesn't learn.
You have these multiple chat threads, whatever, whether it's a group chat or whether they're individual chats, and the conversation is only about trading. There's no conversation to figure out who they are. There's no conversation to figure out what's going on here.
Of course not, because you don't have
but
that
you're
conversation
sitting here,
in there.
But you're sitting here telling us that that was your goal. Your goal was to figure out what are they doing? Who are these people? And mentally, I'm having a really hard time understanding that and having that make sense because it's a load of bullshit.
That's fine.
At least this detective
I know it's
isn't
fine,
having it.
But I'm not the one sitting on that side of the table dealing with all of this. Because like I said in the start of this, when you first started feeding us lies, we're giving you an opportunity here to step forward, to be a man, to honor that badge that you wear every damn day, and have some integrity and own up to what you've been doing.
What do you need from me?
And all of the people that you've chatted with, have you ever gotten any names or information on them?
No, because they disappear.
Okay.
Because KIK deactivates their accounts. Which is good, thank God. But every time I try to rework it out, try to last long enough, so to speak, to try to work out who these people are, it all disappears. So literally a couple weeks ago I gave up. I don't, there's nothing I can do. And you can tell me it's and that's fine. But what you want is the truth, and that's what I'm telling you. Is I know how it looks, and that's fine.
If this were true, he would have mentioned it to his colleagues at his precinct or an IT department from the very start. He also wouldn't have denied having a Kik account when the detectives asked, and he would have mentioned everything immediately when they brought it up. So the mix of lies and cover-ups only make him look more guilty.
I'm literally telling you the honest answer, and nobody wants to believe it, which, I get it, it's unbelievable.
Exactly.
I mean, based off of the chats and what we have, Trevor, it doesn't really make much sense.
I was scared this would happen. I'd be sitting in a room being asked why. Why did you have a file? So...
It would be amusing if he actually thinks that the detectives believe his acting right now, though.
I kept working through that in my mind. How do I do this, And there's nothing I can do, which is why I stopped. I gave up.
So he was fired as a jail deputy that same day and issued multiple charges, including possession of CP. Officers are held in a high standard in their duty to uphold the law and the Constitution, and failure to do so can vary quickly in their careers. If you observe an officer breaking the law, gather the relevant information and report the appropriate authorities. My name's Bart, I'm an ex-officer, and if you enjoyed this, please like the video, subscribe to get more, and watch the next one.